everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Getting to Know Your Leaders at the Life Center. I have a real cool gal here with me today. I want all of us to get to know a little better. This is Sophia. Tell them who you are and what you do at the Life Center.
I'm Sophia Hester, and I'm a shopper at the pantry, and I take people through the pantry.
All right, good. Yeah, I see you here most every Saturday, right?
A couple Saturdays every month.
Okay, good. Well, good. I'm glad you're here. So, Sophia, tell us how you first got started at the Life Center.
Actually, I had a Bible study, and I used to walk right past there, and it just looked really interesting, and I just wanted to find out more about it. You know, and I was overwhelmed by all the food that was there, and I thought, wow, you know, we give all this food away, you know, to people, and you know, that needed food, and I just thought it would be an interesting place to work.
So, what do you enjoy the most about serving at the Life Center?
Just being able to help people. And seeing their faces. There's so many people that are just so grateful. I mean, I've had so many of them come through, and they are just truly humbled. They're truly grateful. They're thankful for every little bit. I usually invite them to church or ask them if they're coming to church. And a lot of them have been to church, and you know, they're just I don't know, they're just so, you know, they're just great people, and a lot of them have just ran into hard times.
Yeah. So the thing you enjoy the most is just the relationship you have with our guests that come in.
Yes.
You're enjoying getting to know them, and they light up when you offer them this little bit of help that we're providing.
Yes.
So that gives you a real sense of joy and peace, it sounds like, Sophia.
Yes. Yes.
Good.
Yes. And I tell them that I'll pray for them, and they'll usually tell you their story as well.
Yeah.
You know.
We love to hear stories around here. That's a significant part of what we do, is just listening to people's stories.
Yes. Yes.
Good. Well, Sophia, I'm going to ask you a series of 7 questions.
Okay.
I call these the Life Center 7. There is no right or wrong answer, okay? So just tell us a little bit more about you as we talk about these 7 questions, all right?
Okay.
So first of all, what's the best book you think you've ever read?
Well, I guess the Bible.
The Bible, good. So that's made a big impact on your life, huh?
Yes, yes.
All right, let's set up a scenario here, all right, and see how you respond. So let's suppose that you've got this rich uncle, and sadly, he passes away. But he's left you with millions of dollars, Sophia. What would you do with that unexpected windfall of millions of dollars?
I've already thought of that, but I don't have a rich uncle. I've already thought about that, and I thought, well, number 1 is my tithing. It has to be my tithing. And number 2, I would want to give to a charity of some sort. You know, I'm not real sure. I mean, even though I've thought about it, I'm not sure that I'd want to give to a charity. You know, and then I guess I'd want to help my family.
Yeah, God, sounds very reasonable.
Yes.
So you want to make sure you have a portion set aside for God. You would investigate a charity of some sort, some 501c3 that you believe in. If there's a good fit, then that's a possibility. But you'd also like to take good care of your family.
Sure, yeah.
Sounds like a wise use of those funds, Sophia.
Yeah.
So let's suppose again a scenario where your house is on fire. Hope this doesn't happen, but if it does, every living thing is safe. All human beings and pets are out of the house. But you had a chance to scurry back in and grab one more thing. What's that one thing in your house, Sophia, that you would go back in and grab?
I guess it would be a tie between my Bible and photos.
Yeah? Okay, good.
Yes. Well, the reason why is because I lost my favorite Bible
Ugh.
on a trip. And I was so disturbed by it for months, I kept calling the airlines.
Uh-huh.
And then finally, I gave up and I decided someone else needed that Bible. So
Yeah.
I hated losing it. I mean, I had all my notes in it. I had everything marked that I wanted, but I finally gave up and decided somebody else needed that. So.
Right. So you lost one that was near and dear to you.
Yes.
But you've got another one that you've started marking up and putting all your notes in.
Yes.
So that would be a thing you would grab.
Yes.
But some photos as well. You
Yes.
wouldn't want to lose those.
Right.
All right. Very good. All right. So let me create another situation, Sophia. So let's just suppose you're sitting on a bench and you're overlooking a beautiful scene. It's the sea and it's sunset. And on that bench, you've got the opportunity to have a conversation with anybody that could be dead or alive. So who would you want to have one more conversation with, Sophia?
One more? My mom, for one. Yeah.
So it would probably be your mom. That would be the gal you'd want to have one more conversation with.
Yes.
What would you talk about?
We had a really tough relationship.
Oh.
She lived with me off and on, and her last 10 years, she lived with me. And I guess I would just want her to know that I understand how tough her life was. And it was okay. It was okay.
Yeah.
And that I loved her no matter what.
Oh.
I
love that, Sophia. So your mom,
Yes.
particularly you'd lean into that difficult relationship you had and let her know you understand the tough life she had and it was okay. I still love you anyway.
Yes.
Oh, that would be a meaningful conversation. It really would be.
Yes.
All right, another question. Okay. Let's suppose you could travel back in time and you could talk to 20-year-old Sophia. What advice would you give that young gal?
Dig more into the scriptures.
So young lady, dig more into the scriptures. That's going to be important for your life.
Yes.
Oh, good advice. So in fact, what's the best advice you've ever received?
It was from a dear friend of mine, and I was, this was years ago, but I was supposed to co-lead a Bible study. And I'd never done this before, and I was very timid. And then I found out that the leader chose not to lead. And I was stuck in the position of leading. And I said, I can't do this. And my friend said, Sophia, who are you thinking about? And I said, I can't do this. I can't do this, And she said, who are you thinking about? And I said, me. She said, exactly. And she said, you can do this. And with the Holy Spirit, you're going to do this.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's excellent. What a great piece of advice.
Yes.
To remind you, it's not just about you.
Right.
But allow God and the Spirit to help you to do things that seem impossible for you.
Yes.
Oh, what a good friend.
Yes, yes.
So here's the last one.
Okay.
It's been said that every person could have their life summarized in a sentence. What one sentence would you like to describe the life of Sophia?
Although she failed many times, she still got up.
Oh, my goodness. That's beautiful. Although she failed many times, she still got up. What a great epitaph to write over your life. I'm impressed time and again when we have these conversations about the remarkable people God's assembled here at the Life Center. It's no wonder we're having a significant impact in our community. Sophia, thanks so much. Thank you all for joining us today. We'll see you next time for another edition of Getting to Know Your Leaders. Bye now.